Would you be interested in an RPG version of WWE 2K24? Peacock yesterday made this neat video game version of Sami, turning on Roman Reigns. And as you can see, it incorporates some interesting elements we don't typically see in wrestling video games. So let's run through some ideas from our TikTok commenters and see if we can imagine a full game. Most people agree this feels like a Telltale game moment. And while they're known for custom stories, here's another idea. Recreate WWE's biggest moments or change paths. We know Marvel has had a lot of success with their What If series. But surely wrestling has just as many scenarios that could be explored. Things like what if Shawn Michaels went to WCW? What if Roman Reigns turned on Seth Rollins first? What if CM Punk stayed in 2014? Maybe even things like, what if Nexus defeated Team WWE? And we let the fans decide if they want to explore that. Here we see Sami originally targets Kevin Owens instead of Roman in-game. So what if Sami would have hit Kevin Owens? A match between those two at WrestleMania. Who would have faced the Usos? Would Cody have even made it to face Roman at WrestleMania? A lot of possibilities here. Of course, you could also always follow a custom superstar. Maybe that would even be better, so you could truly make it a role-playing experience. Picking things like a background and specialties similar to what we've seen in Baldur's Gate 3. It just got Game of the Year. So there's clearly a market for that level of customization, and it would allow more replayability. We've got lots of ideas for stories, but we can save that for another video. Or check out our TikTok in the 2K24 Concepts playlist. WWE Games with the Shadows of Mordor type Nemesis system. I believe this specific system is copyright protected. But let's talk through it. Wrestling promotions have huge rosters. Perfect for a system that emphasizes randomization and relationship building.
Every enemy will remember their encounters with you.
Killed you? Now you're back?
Superstars would be classified into one of four classes: striker, technician, powerhouse, or high flyer, and based on interactions with the player, be classified as an ally or rival. Telltale does a good job of there. This person will remember that and making it feel impactful. I feel like one of the few other genres of game that WWE can pull off might be something similar to a Souls-like. Combat would be tricky in a game like this, especially if it was open world. We can see here there's open world elements and combat based on weapons. I think if you kept the open world themes, it would be easy to add Souls-like combat, keeping it with weapons. And emphasizing dodging would also give a nice different feel from most wrestling games. And then for full matches or major boss fights, I just recommend bringing back the 2K19 fighting system. Chain wrestling, oh my god moments, all of it. Maybe add in some elements of the combo system, but maybe just for strikes in my opinion. This might be cool. The game's moving towards a sim just got way too damn boring. Miss Here Comes the Pain and We All Stars. All Stars had a really interesting, over-the-top arcade style. I'm not sure if it would be possible to offer both. But maybe this would be better than the simulation style in a game like this. Yo, let me know in the comments. I like this. I'd for sure play this. Imagine this in the next 2K game would be awesome. If you could play as a manager and then do stuff like this. I'm not a big fan of the current manager system. Being a manager doesn't feel impactful when wrestlers and the referee ignore a large amount of distractions. I think a redo would be cool, and if we're talking about an RPG, maybe it would be neat to include managers as a play style. It would definitely require some serious thought, but I imagine you'd be able to do more backstage and then watch how they play out in simulations. Maybe if your actions cause approval ratings to fall within a group, it leads to face or heel turns. Who knows, maybe this hypothetical RPG could expand to include the likes of general managers too. That's all we've got for today. But if y'all have any ideas of your own, leave them in the comments. A huge shout out to CNG86, who made this amazing cover concept. They're extremely talented, and we cannot recommend enough to follow them on Twitter. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're working to get this channel a lot more active, so you don't want to miss what's coming. As always, if you have suggestions, drop them below for a chance to be featured here and TikTok. We'll catch y'all next time.